How's it going, everyone? Welcome to the channel. Today I have another episode of Gear and Gadgets for you, and we have some really cool new items to check out. I will have them linked down below in the description in the order that you see them. That way, if you see something interesting, it'll be easy to find. If you're new here to the channel and you enjoy knife and EDC content, you're in the right place. Make sure you subscribe because I release daily videos. And as always, let us know what you're carrying in your pockets today down in the comments. So we have a bunch of items to check out, and I want to try to keep it moving, so I might be pretty quick with some of this stuff. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave them down in the comments. I want to kick it off with the new Roaring Fire Dispatch IFAK, and this is made to be a medical kit, but it could be a variety of different things. Starting off with the price tag, 48 bucks. Awesome price for canvas, YKK zippers, Roaring Fire build quality, just really well executed. They also make it in nylon, a black one with nylon. So you have two different options and two different material options as well. You have a nice pocket here on the front that really just blends in with the rest of the pouch. You have a spot here where you could put a medical patch. You have some shock cord here to cinch things down along with elastic bands. You have elastic bands here on this side. I mean, the sky's the limit. You could do tourniquets and all kinds of stuff you need quick access to. You have a way to lash this to various packs. You have a hang handle here and a grab and rip handle here. If this is on a pack, you can rip this down, grab a hold of this, and because you have really good YKK zippers, rip this thing down and open, and then this thing will lay completely flat, and your gear, your medical kit is all opened. You have shock cord here, a long stretch of shock cord here. You could put packs of gauze and just whatever you want and however you want to set this up. These are big enough here for tourniquets, so plenty of room to have 2 to 3 to 4 tourniquets, whatever you want to do there. You have more elastic bands here for smaller items, markers, flashlights, that sort of thing. Velcro is going to hold those pockets closed. A little bit more organization here with these elastic bands. You have a nice wide pouch here that'll stretch. If you have Israeli bandages and larger packs like that, those could easily go down in that nice little pocket. But behind that, you also have another pocket that kind of just fits right in there for some added accessories. I really like this thing. I just wanted to get this on your guys' radar. We will be doing a follow-up video on this pouch after I have it all set up and loaded out and have used it for, just messed with it and had a chance to really get to know the pouch a little bit. I mean, how often am I going to use a medical pouch? If that's what it ends up being, probably not a whole lot, but I'll be able to have a pretty good idea of how it's going to work for me. Another cool feature of this is if it's all closed up and you know the layout of your medical kit, you can open up just each side if you want and know where things are, and that'll be kind of your secondary quick access opposed to just these sides here. You can just lay them out and boom, you got access to this stuff here. Very well thought out pouch from Roaring Fire Gear, I would say. I haven't seen one quite like this. I know there's some out there that have the quick deployment, but I haven't seen them quite like this one here. That is the Roaring Fire Dispatch IFAK. I'll have links to this one down below in the description, as well as everything else we'll see here. So I have a couple of flashlights to bring in from Sofern. They're both the SC13, but you have two different lights in there. We have an SST40 in one and a 519A Nichia in the other. 5,000 candela and 6 to 6,500. Now I did take the plastic off of these, and take the little insert off the battery. That way we could just get right into business here. But we are looking at an external rechargeable battery, and it's an 18350 in both lights. Made out of aluminum. You do have a magnet on the bottom, so you can magnetize this to stuff. You have a little wrist lanyard hole there. They do come with a nice little pocket clip here, and you can put this on a hat as well and use it as a headlight. USB-C, so you can charge this thing up if you don't have an external battery charger. And then you have a power indicator light here. It's a simple press on and then hold it down to cycle through all your modes. It's a double tap to turbo, whether it's on or off. We can do it from off as well. And then it also has strobe, watch your eyes, which is a double click while you're on turbo. We'll shut that one off and get the SST40 out. It does come with a wrist lanyard, charging cord, and a very nice charging cord at that. It's a good size one. It's not them little rinky-dink ones that are like 6 inches long. I literally cannot stand those. Same setup here, external rechargeable battery, same exact layout. We're just looking at different bulbs. The size of these are really clutch, in my opinion. If you want something that's a little bit lighter weight, going to be very easy to handle and very easy to carry, this is a great size flashlight for someone who's maybe just starting out or someone who doesn't want to carry, something real big and bulky or something that is a little bit bigger and bulkier. This is going to be a very good size. It's like the size of a lighter and the weight of a lighter. So we're looking at 1 lumen for moonlight, 10 lumens on low, 150 on medium, 500 on high, and then 1300 on turbo. 1 lumen, 100 hours of runtime. Pretty impressive. IP68 waterproof, and we are looking at aluminum alloy for the body. Very cool little flashlights. If you're not familiar, Sofern makes some very, very high quality flashlights, and this is their more inexpensive line, and these come in under $30, and that's pretty impressive. Now I want to bring out something from FlexTail, and we've featured some of their stuff previously on the channel, and I have to say I'm pretty impressed with FlexTail. I'll have them linked down below as well, along with a coupon code for them. But they're a fairly newer company, at least to me anyway, and they range in EDC gear, outdoor gear, all kinds of different gear. They are right up our alley as far as those of us who are gear addicts. This is going to be the FlexTail Hilo, and this is their version of a headlamp here. Very lightweight headlamp. We are looking at a 600 lumen max out with this thing. And let's move a couple of these things out of the way. Box is empty, and here we go. Let's pull this cord here, or this paper, and open this thing up. And basically that's going to be the way to cinch this thing down to your head. This is padded here. And we are looking at, do we need to put batteries in it here? Nope, there it goes. Okay, so we are in business there. We have a battery light indicator here, and then you have 2 power switches here, and you have 2 separate bulbs in there. And you have all kinds of different configurations that you can run this thing on. You also can do, let's see if I can get to it here and try to figure it out anyway. No, give me that. Shut that off. There it is. Okay. There's your red light. So several different options with this thing. We are going to be looking at USB-C recharging there. And you can also, they have 2 different sizes of this thing. Let's see if I can get in here. They have this big wheel on the side for the battery. And you can take the battery out and charge it via USB-C on this bad boy as well. And you can charge it externally, I believe, most likely in a battery charger. So very nice on that side of things, and this will be easily accessible here. There we go. Really nice little light. They come in right around $30 depending on which version you get. They got one that's a little bit larger, and then they have one that's a little bit smaller. I don't know right off the top which one this is, but they both look pretty appetizing, and the claim to fame for this is the lightweightness of this entire package here, and I have to say, it is very lightweight for a full-size headlamp, and it also packs down nicely as well. You can make this thing pretty small if you needed to or wanted to. Next up, we have a fixed blade coming in from Kaiser, and I'm excited about this one. I have seen a couple photos of this thing. Going to use that to get in there. I've seen a couple of photos of this thing. This is a new release for Kaiser for the new year, 2025, in January. So these are going to be available. We are looking at the new Kaiser Beaver, and this is a new EDC fixed blade for them. Underneath our plastic insert here, we'll have our Taco Kydex sheath, very well done. And it comes with a medium-sized tech lock and a microfiber cloth there. Slide that out of the way. We have a nice thumb ramp there. Good retention. And a nice kickoff. These medium-sized, unbranded tech locks, they work pretty good depending on what you're going to do with the fixed blade. Me personally, I'll be putting some sort of aftermarket pocket clip on here and or some sort of scout straps. I'll link those down below in the description as well, just in case you're wondering what I'm talking about in regards to the Alti clip, or maybe you want to pick this up and an Alti clip. I'll have it linked down below that way if you want to check them out as well. There are a couple different variations of the Beaver here. This one's going to have a black wash D2 blade, and they are a nice little drop point. You have two sections of jimping here, which is really well thought out. This is a thick little bugger here, but we are looking at almost a full flat grind. Nice little sharpening choil there. That could be a little better, I think. We have G10 handles with G10 for orange G10 around our collars there for our screws. And then we have a nice size lanyard hole there for this thing. But I wear an XL glove, and I can just get a 4-finger grip on this thing. So not too shabby for this size knife right here. In regards to its size, we are going to be looking at 2 1/4 strong of cutting edge, 2 3/4 of total blade, and under 6 inches overall. We're looking right at 6 inches overall. So not a large fixed blades by any means, or not a large fixed blade by any means. We are going to do a more in-depth video on this fixed blade as well. But the people who are still here are diehards, or you love gear. So let's see what kind of edge we have on this thing. Looks pretty tasty. And, you know, this is just in its appearance and first impressions here. This is meant more for kind of a heavier use everyday carry fixed blade than it is a slicer, right? It's not like 100 thousandths going down to 10 thousandths. This is a little bit more robust of a fixed blade, something you could use a little bit harder, no question about it, in my opinion anyway. Good fit in there, nice ramp. I like the taco sheath. It keeps this thing nice and thin and minimal. Do away with the tech lock and throw just a nice little clip on here, and this thing will be ready to roll. Nice full grip on it as you pull it out of the sheath. Yeah, this is going to be a big hit. I think they did Nitro V in the Beaver as well with micarta handles. I'll have both versions linked down in the description. And we got more here for you. We have a new multi-tool coming in from Nextool. And if you're new to the channel, Nextool is raved about here. I like what Nextol is doing. They are in their infancy, but boy, do they show a lot of promise. I have several of their multi-tools, several different ones. This is going to be the flagship Max. And I'll link a couple of their other multi-tools down below. Comes with all that goody stuff there. We'll put our fixed blade back here. Comes in this nice little pouch, belt loop pouch. Big oversized button there. And then our multi-tool and an entire bit set that has been shrinked in that plastic. Very nice. We'll leave that here for a moment, and let's get this flagship Max out of here. So, very nice. We do have a pocket clip on this. I wasn't expecting it to have a pocket clip. Oh, spring loaded. Yes. We'll have to look up the price of this. So we got replaceable wire cutters there with our pliers. Very nice. The spring loaded. That's a feature that I personally, is it needed? Do you have to have it? No, you don't have to, but it is a convenience thing in my opinion. But very, very nice. Nextol is a company that is really on their game. We are looking at a nice long sheepsfoot blade, and it is going to have a lock there with the liner. As far as the steel, I will cover that here in a moment. We do have a nice long roller here on this side going from 0 to 3 inches. On the flip side here, we have a cross-cut file and another file on that side. We have a little wood saw here that'll lock up with a liner there. We also have a flathead slash pry bar and bottle opener there. And then a 3D Phillips right there, which is very, very nice. Now, as far as other tools, I think that might do it on this one here. Do we have... Hold on a second here. Oh, no. Okay, I was going to say. Let me see something here. There we go. I was going to say, there's got to be scissors here. That's why that's sticking out. Look at that. Ooh, baby. And they curl this out, so that's the way you're supposed to hold them there. Spring loaded, nice size. Yeah. Those babies are nice and sharp. And you get a nice click. You can feel it when they close. I love that. Those are nice and sharp. Good size. Spring loaded. I like this. Pocket clip, so you can carry it without the pouch if you want. I want to see what steel that is. So the main blade is 80CR14 MOV. So that is interesting. I'm not familiar with that steel. I'm not going to pretend that I am. I think that's more of like a hard use type steel. It's HRC'd at 54. So I'm going to guess, it's a real steel. It's not just some crap that they pulled out, of a car in, the Middle East somewhere. It's an actual real steel, which is something I can appreciate about Nextol. They're not just using surgical stainless or stainless steel out of the gutter. These are going to come in at a very modest $50, and I think that's a solid price. You're not getting really anything that you don't need with this multi-tool here. Now you do get that entire bit set here with several different bits, and that will fit right over the flathead. This extension will go over the flathead there, or the Phillips head, I'm sorry, and then you can use that as your bit driver. Very nice from Nextol. You'll have to let me know, what your favorite piece of gear from today's video was. I love hearing your guys' thoughts and opinions on all the new gear that gets brought in. And if you have anything that you've seen lately or just something you've seen and you'd like me to check it out, want me to check it out, let me know down below. I'll do my best to get my hands on it one way or the other. Huge shout out to Roaring Fire, Sofern, Flextail, Kaiser, and Nextol for sending these items in for us to check out and review. Let me know, what was your favorite piece of gear from today? Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Always appreciate that. It helps push the video to more people. If you are new to my channel, I release daily knife and EDC content just like this. Make sure you subscribe, ring the bell. That'll notify you anytime I release new content. I'll put a couple of new videos up on your screen. Go check one of them out. Have yourself an awesome day. Thank you all again for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.